my reaction, broski, go with it. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Go with it. Don't listen to her. She don't want you to win.
No.
Listen to me. It's coming from a great place.
He loves the girl. No, the situation was she loves the girl. He wants to be with the girl, but the girl wants nothing to do with
she
friends
loves
with
him
benefits.
too.
No, she wants to be. You don't.
The dunk contest, my favorite event actually, is where you get to see dope dunkers go head to head.
I think there's a basketball player, I forget on which team, and he basically replicated his father's dunk.
First party last June, and we're gonna be doing an annual event based on that. So that's the big one coming up.
I like that.
That's good. I find like us two, we're trying to do something like that, and I just think it's cool to bring together like people who've supported you, people you work.
Power Circle Season 2, Episode 8, Powers Everywhere. When I talk about it, Reggie Cash.
I'm Cassie B.
We are back. Visuals, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. We did have a show last weekend.
We did.
But we had the podcast.
Once a month. Once a month we do. It's just the podcast, and then without the video, and then we come back with the live. I
kind of wish last weekend's podcast was distributed on visuals, just because we had a great interaction.
Yeah, well, most of it, Sabrina caught most of it.
The relationship question.
Yeah,
right?
the relationship question.
I just want to touch back on it. It was that somebody that liked a girl, however the girl just wanted to be friends with benefits. And I'm going to say it here so y'all can see my reaction. Broski, go with it. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Go with it. Don't listen to her. She don't want you to win.
No.
Listen to me. It's coming from a great place.
He loves the girl. No, the situation was she loves the girl. He wants to be with the girl, but the girl wants nothing to do with friends with benefits.
But she loves him too.
No, she wants to be. When you're friends with benefits, you don't necessarily love the person.
She gonna crack.
Don't do it.
Do it.
No.
Make sure. Hey, listen. Remember, I can't go explicit here. Remember the hot dog. The hot dog bun.
No.
Plays the hot dog bun right. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't do it. Just don't do it. Anyways, so we're gonna start with a flashback.
Let's do it. So
NBA All-Star Weekend was Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes.
So I went to this place called Allô Mon Coco.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's new to Ottawa, Gatineau area. It's basically like a breakfast place. It's kind of like Expectation meets Chorus type thing. It's really good. It's really good. I mean, it's a little disorganized to get seated, but once you're seated, it's really good. And they were playing the All-Star dunking, the slam dunk competition.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I'm like, wow, people actually pay a lot of money to go watch that.
Yeah, because it's almost giving back to the fans, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much it's an appreciation to the fans. So that, I would say, weekend is really, it's all just for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Like the dunk contest, my favorite event actually, is where you get to see dope dunkers go head to head.
I think there's a basketball player, I forget on which team, and he basically replicated his father's dunk, I think.
Yeah, Larry Nance.
Yes,
Larry Nance Jr.
And he did it exactly like the same. They showed how his dad did it, and then they showed how he did it.
See, I thought it was corny.
No.
I thought it was so corny.
No, it was cool.
To me, do the dunk, but you don't need to put your dad's jersey on and everything.
But his dad was there.
Still, he doesn't need to put the jersey on. I don't know. I'm a hater, I guess.
But it's really cool. When I hear slam dunk, I've never actually watched an All-Star game, but I just think you just dunk, But these people are doing crazy things, unimaginable things they're doing. I'm just like, holy crap.
So this slam dunk contest was okay. The one in Toronto 2 years ago, I don't know if you remember.
My boyfriend ditched me on Valentine's Day weekend for All-Star Weekend in Toronto. I remember it like it was yesterday.
That dunk contest,
yeah.
If you ever have time, go watch that. It was wild. I'm telling you, man's jumped off the gym.
Really?
Legit off the gym.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. But the game happened on Sunday.
Team LeBron won.
Yes.
So what team did you have? Were we all Team LeBron?
I was Team LeBron.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
No, you were.
You guys put me on the other side.
You're a Team Steph.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Next year.
Who won the slam dunk competition?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Rookie. Very good.
Oh. I'm kind of sad that Lonzo Lonzo or Kyle. I don't like Kyle Kuzma. Like, I'm very vocal about it. I do not like him. But it would have been cool because they're so, like, I don't know, like, Kyle Kuzma is super arrogant, like, in his attitude. So I would have liked to see that. Like,
well, a game like the All-Star game would be fun to see Lonzo because Lonzo's a passer.
Yeah.
And he likes to distribute the ball. So
Yeah.
to see him in an All-Star game, he would just probably rack up like 20 assists. You know what I mean? That would be fun to see. Just passes. Not much scoring, because I don't think Lonzo would look to score at all in games like this. I think he would break like All-Star game assist record. Stuff like that. The game was dope. This year, some of you may know, some of you may not know this, but the NBA switched up their format. So it was, instead of back in the day where it was East versus West, they did a draft system, so it was Team LeBron versus Team Curry. So both teams had 24 picks. The sad part was it wasn't televised because they weren't sure how it was going to go. So they kind of did it through the phone.
Yeah.
But next year it's going to be televised, and we just want to see it because we just want to see who's going to get picked
wait,
last.
it's going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be televised. I'm guessing next year it might be Team Durant versus Team Westbrook.
You think so?
I think that would be dope to see. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, Team LeBron won. It was a very, very great competitive game. All-Star games, you always have slack because guys don't want to play. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. He didn't play.
Oh, he didn't play.
And then he got slack for it. And then he told one of the NBA players, I will play you one-on-one for $100K if you think I should have played. I got to guard James Harden every night, not you. So it was wild, but it was a great game.
Yeah. Did you watch the Raptors game yesterday?
The Raptors got, was it the one
Did they-
overtime?
Did they
got
win?
screwed.
Did they win? Did
No,
they win?
they lost.
By how many? When I was watching, it was when they had tied.
Yeah, they lost.
The NBA refs are pissing me off because they disrespect. I'm not a Raptors fan by any means, right? But they need to stop this disrespect. It was an N1. Men's got hit in the arm. I don't know what else were you missing, ref.
Is that what they were Is that what they were arguing? Like, there was a shot, there was a goal, like someone scored,
Yeah.
and then they were trying to see if they were gonna foul it or whatever. Is that what you're talking about?
So pretty much they were trying. I know it was a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
They were trying to see
If
if
he did at time.
at time,
Oh, okay.
not because of the foul, because they should have fought. Like they should have called it, right?
Okay.
And that's my biggest beef. That was an N1, and that was disrespectful. They need to stop disrespecting the Raptors. I'm not a Raptors fan, but I do respect them.
Okay. Oh, you get so emotional.
I know. I try not to.
Anyway, then the Olympics.
Yeah, with that being said, I lost a bet against my sister. As y'all know, my sister lives in Boston and she's now an American and she forgets where she comes from. It's okay. She got assimilated. And I want to say...
She's raving about the goal.
Yeah, so congratulations. You won in a shootout.
It was a shootout?
It was a shootout. You see how sports have been disrespectful for me?
The Patriots.
Stop, don't bring it back. Don't bring it back. But they should eliminate the shootout thing. And I'm going to give you just one, okay? I'm not a big hockey fan, but if it's not in the NHL, you don't do it.
Well, did you guys see that? I forget what her name is, the player.
Yeah, she took
it off.
Yeah, she took it
And
off.
she later apologized for it.
No. She did it right. We beat them. It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years we've been beating them, giving them L's after L's. So she has every right to say, I don't want that silver medal. Because they had to go to a shootout to beat us. To a shootout. It's okay.
Okay. Are you good?
In 4 years.
Do you want water?
No, in 4 years. I just took it in 4 years. Shit.
It's going to be in 8 years. 4 years is the summer one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4 years
yeah,
is
first
summer
summer.
and another 4 years is the winter.
Whoa. So I'll be like 32?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I don't care
In
about
8
it.
years. In 8?
8 years?
No, in 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, you're gonna be yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, they can prolong it. I don't care anymore.
Well, you know what's exciting?
Yeah.
Before I get back to the Olympics, this summer is FIFA.
Oh, he has the World Cup.
Yo, I saw a commercial for it yesterday for the first time. I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. But so Canada finished, or right now has 28 medals. I think there's still some stuff going on today. So we're at 28 medals. We're third place for number of medals. We're number 3. Germany's number 2, and Norway's number 1 with 38.
How is Germany better than us?
I don't know, man.
I understand Norway because they don't have they barely have nighttime there or something like that. It's always because they're daytime. No, they don't have daytime, right?
What are you talking about?
Norway, Google that shit. Google that. And double check. I know what I'm talking about. It's always freezing over there, so I get it. You know, they don't got a summer type thing. I understand, but back to
Daylight savings.
Yeah, daylight savings.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta double check that, but I know what I'm talking about. So whatever.
Giving false information, Reggie.
I'm not giving false information. I know what I'm saying. I just know if Norway's first, there's a reason behind it. Y'all are just gonna say Norway's just first because no. There's a reason.
Anyways, can I finish?
Then finish.
Okay, so our medals were mostly won in freestyle skiing. Have you seen the freestyle skiing
I have.
competitions? They're insane. I don't know. I went skiing for my first time a couple weeks ago. It's hard work. My knees hurt for the entire week. I'm walking at work. I'm like, damn, my knees hurt. I use muscles I've never used before. And I was only skiing on what they call the bunny hill, the small.
Yeah.
To me, that was a big deal. And I'm seeing all these 4-year-olds just passing me, they've been skiing for years. Yeah. So it was insane. So yeah, like you mentioned, we lost the gold medal to the United States, but we still got silver. And so Germany has 13 medals, Norway has 38 medals, and we have 28 medals. And I know that there was something going on today, but I wasn't able to look at it because it's at 6 a.m. So it was in bed.
That's dope. Big stuff. I also I noticed that we have Nigeria and Jamaica.
For what?
For bobsleigh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew about Jamaica.
Yeah. I didn't know about Nigeria. I was shook. I was like, ooh.
Well, and there was a Haitian skier.
There's a Haitian skier.
Yeah.
Really?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, we ski.
Unless
I mean,
You're not messing with me, right? Because I clocked.
No, there was no. They made a big deal about it.
There was a Mexican one too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who
So
finished
representing
last.
Haiti or representing
Representing Haiti.
God
Yes.
damn.
So, but see, that's why I don't understand. It doesn't snow in Haiti.
So
But where does he practice skiing?
they practice in the States.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's up?
So Flopstar of the week, we're giving it to Fergie. We're giving it to Fergie. So if you didn't watch All Star Weekend, you might want to YouTube it. Everyone was talking about it. I feel so bad for her because she's a great artist, but more so because of the reactions, the live reactions we got from the basketball players while she was singing. It was sad. It was sad.
Finishing. Let's play some basketball.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I didn't see that. I just watched her singing.
I mean, Fergie, you are Flopstar of the week because you gave 110% in that performance. That was not good at all. You had the hand gestures. FYI, when you do hand gestures, that means you can't sing. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
She can sing. I don't know. I think they tried something different. They tried to jazz up the national anthem, which just it didn't work.
It's not a good look.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it was her.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm devastated for her.
They could have paid me to do that.
And did you hear that she left the next day or a few days later? She left the Black Eyed Peas. She's not a part of it or something.
Whoa, she left?
Yeah, it was on Twitter. I don't know if it's true, but they said she left. No, well, that's what I'm saying.
Did she leave or they kicked her out?
I don't know, but it was a couple of days ago. They're saying that she's just not part of it anymore. So I'm like, does it have to do with her singing?
Is it still a thing, the Black Eyed Peas? I thought they were
I think so.
I got that boom boom back in my style.
They were dope, and I remember that was elementary school for me.
Yeah, that was lit time.
For most of us, anyways. So Fergie, I'm sorry, I love you, but you're just taking it. You're just taking it this week.
Listen, Fergie, I don't know why you try to do that day. You should have practiced before.
No, I really think they thought they had it in the bag, and it just.
So you think she got cocky with it?
I don't think cocky is the word. I really just think they were so confident. This is something new. No one's done this before. Let's do it, and it just.
Well, I'm wondering. I kept thinking about this. I'm like, Fergie, did you talk to your manager? Did you talk to somebody? Your brother, your mom, grandmama, great aunt, your great dog. I don't know. Did somebody did not say don't do this? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It was not.
It was not nice.
I didn't even watch the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay.
It was not nice. How does Murder Beat say it? It was not nice.
murder on the beat because it's not nice.
Okay, so hot topics. How are we doing for time?
We are good.
Good. So hot topics this week. So we're gonna talk about Black Panther because that was a big thing. Yes. Oh.
Hey, come on. Let's do it again. Or are we gonna do this?
No, you're too much. You're too much. Black Panther, and then we're gonna talk about Black Canadian influences because Black History Month is coming to an end. Did you think about anyone?
Of course, Donovan Bailey, 100%.
Okay.
Did you think about Britney Spears?
Yes.
I was like, I can't believe.
No, because everyone talks about Donovan Bailey, but no one talks about Britney Spears.
Because we all want to talk about Michael Jordan.
Okay, wait. Okay, when we get there.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're gonna talk about OC Transpo and how they're thinking of allowing. And listen, I'm only thinking about this because I get allergy reactions to this. But they want to allow people and their small pets on the bus. It's just honestly, I want a cat when I move out. And my boyfriend wants a dog when we move out. I have nothing against animals, but the way I get, like, my eyes get itchy, like, unbearably itchy, like, I just want to grab my eyes out, like, just, you know? I don't want to have to deal with that on my way to work, you know?
Like, you take the double deckers, right?
Yeah.
So in the morning when everyone's taking it, plus the pets.
You know, but anyways, so when we get to that, we'll talk about it. But first, Black Panther.
Great movie.
So listen, it was a good movie, but I did not feel all the hype everyone felt around it. Okay, it was a good movie, and maybe it has to do because I haven't seen the Marvel.
Thank you.
Do you even watch Marvel movies?
100%. I read the comics. I did not read Black Panther. They messed up the whole story.
What?
What was Killmonger's cheetah? Where was the cheetah? You know where was
They're
the
not
cheetah?
gonna put everything.
No, but how are you not gonna put the cheetah?
Because it's not going to put the cheetah. It doesn't make sense.
Wait. Okay, so everyone was super hyped about it because it was like the first like Black superhero movie, and like, you know, little kids, like, it was good for the little kids. You know, they get to associate themselves with, oh my god, like, this is a Black superhero. Like, you know what? Anything's possible. But and you know, have you seen the not the memes, but the videos of like how people celebrated after they come out dancing? You know, when I went to Montreal last weekend to see a different movie, 50 Shades Freed, it was really good. It was really good. Okay, it ended. It was so romantic. But the people were hyped. I went to the washroom before our movie started. And my boyfriend's waiting for me outside, and all these like Black people were there, and they tried to get my boyfriend, because he's a big guy, right? They tried to get my boyfriend to start yelling something to hype up, because he looks like he could hype up a crowd, and he was like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. But no, I thought it was good, and I actually stayed till the end. By the time that they got to the second ending, the second screen, like what you call it, we were like 5 in the theater.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got a bit of slack last week because after I saw the movie, I'm like, it's a great movie, it's super dope. However, reading the comic books and trying to put two and two together, right? Like, sorry if spoils are gonna
Don't
happen.
spoil anything.
You didn't watch
But
it?
you
I
watched
watched
it.
the other people.
But
I watched
okay,
it.
but the thing is, it's this, right? Like, the way, first of all, the dad killing his brother,
Yeah.
that's not what happens.
But they didn't. It's like
But that's not what happens.
It's loosely based. Not all the Marvel is loosely based on the comic. You don't put everything.
Yeah, but
on the
still,
comic.
Ryan Coogler knows better than do that. You know better than do that.
Listen, it worked. It
It
worked.
worked.
In this
It
movie.
worked.
You
It
know
worked.
what I don't understand? Eric, was his
Come
name
on, dude.
Eric? I don't. Okay, what was his point in the movie? What was like? Seriously,
We talked about
I
that.
know
Thank you.
we did. I know we did, but I still.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get it.
No.
What? Okay, like
Let
he
me-
had to do all of that, and then he died.
Let me tell you, okay? I said Eric Killmonger the character was great. The idea, the character was dope. However, whoever executed it did a terrible job. They're saying that I'm saying that I think the movie was whack because I said he did a horrible job. Never did I said that. I said the movie was great. However, he did not nail that character. With that being said, that character is a villain, okay? He is a villain, and he is not. They made him like an antagonist, right?
Yeah, that's what they call him, an antagonist.
He's not an antagonist. He's a villain. He's a flipping villain. He's rage. Eric Killmonger has rage. They
He
get
had Rage new movie.
no, not really.
He didn't really have rage. He was mean.
He was like
hella mean.
he had like rage for what? Like after he put him down, and then he comes out, he becomes king. He literally came, conquered, and died.
Yeah, basically. What was that line he said at the end?
And then that line to me was like,
No, that was a great line.
yeah, but why was he the one saying that?
Well,
Because dude said, man.
But that's what I'm
What
saying.
was that
Though.
line?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I rather.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'd rather die in the ocean with my ancestors or
Yeah,
something.
but think about it though.
Or stay in shackles.
But let's just put it in context of the character, right? Of who that character is and that rage, that line. He should have not said that line.
What?
He should have not said that line. Just based on the character and
Well,
what
I
his
haven't
role
read
is.
the comic books, so
But
I
it's
don't know.
loosely, if you watch all the Marvel movies, they're loosely based on the comic, but they do take the privilege of changing things around.
I agree, but
all the
this
movies do. They
I
did
agree,
that.
I
They
agree.
think 100%.
100%, I agree. However, this one, they completely said we're gonna do this our way.
But at the same,
You know what I'm saying?
at the same time, it's like a different universe based on the comic. It's not-
100%, and I agree. However, just Killmonger itself, that character,
It made sense for the movie.
it made sense for the movie. However, himself, the character, was like, that's it.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
True, it was short. It was short-lived, and
That
But you
was
know
it.
what I think they did, and this girl at my work brought this up to me. She's like, so she also doesn't understand his purpose in the movie, really. And I'm like, you know what? Though when you think about it, what did he do? This is a black movie. What did he do? He came and he tried to ruin it for Chala. And I'm like, black people do that. Don't you, do you not think about that? Like, sometimes when you, black people will look at other black people and be like, oh, they're doing so great. Oh, how can I ruin it for them? I literally felt like, oh my God, are they trying to, reproduce what is a reality in, for black people?
Not more so because
Yeah, think about it.
he was more jealous, right?
Black people are jealous people.
No, but the thing was it's family too, because Child's dad killed his dad,
Yeah.
and he knows about that, right? And he wanted more so that position because he killed, and that's again in the comics, his dad doesn't die, his dad gets exiled. You see what I'm saying?
For Chala's dad.
No.
Yeah.
The other guy? Eric's dad?
His dad gets exiled. His family gets exiled. His dad actually becomes king
That's in the comics.
in the comics.
And you know how comics they have different.
Well, they went the good route because it was the number one movie.
Oh, at the end of the day,
it made $420 million.
But here's the thing, right? And again, and this is where it's gonna happen. I promise you, the criticism I gave for this one, and I got destroyed. No, I got destroyed on social media. It's okay. I've been taking L's so far.
Okay.
Super Bowl, whatever. But I promise you, Black Panther 2, remember I told you this right here, right now. If they do the same thing now, remember I told you this right now. We're gonna get heat. Remember I told you that. They're gonna be like, nah, it was okay. Now, to me, it's I'm saying the next movie has to be even better.
And just a quick shout out to Vlad who made it hard for people to actually get tickets to watch the movie because he saw the movie 10 times. He's the reason why we can never get tickets. We went to see the movie. I showed up to the movie theater and they're like, oh, there's no seats available for you. In every theater. Remember that night?
And he was there.
Remember that night?
Yeah, I remember that
It was
night.
hard to get tickets to watch that movie.
But just another spoiler alert before we finish that topic. I want you to remember when he said when she brought the agent, she brought the white man, the agent, and then she's like, great, another white man to fix. Did you guys not catch that?
No.
You catch that, eh?
Oh.
Avengers.
I just hurt myself.
Avengers, Age of Ultron. That means she fixed somebody.
Well, she's
Man,
not
it
gonna
was
fix
Civil
it.
Wait, who said that?
It was
The White
it was,
Wolf.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
fixed the White
It
Wolf.
was Bucky.
Bucky.
I haven't seen
Exactly,
Marvel.
see.
I'm gonna make it a goal this summer. I'm telling my
You
boyfriend
gotta
I'm
watch
gonna
that.
watch Marvel movies this summer. I'm gonna try.
But by the way, don't think it's spoilers, but it's all out there. Captain America dies.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
That you
What?
that I don't want to break it down to you.
Okay.
Anyways.
Stop spoiling. Anyways. So Black History Month is coming to an end, and we wanted to just talk about briefly some of the Canadians, because we always talk about the Americans, the same people, and so we never talk about who has been or who is still, kind of an influencer in Canada. So I thought of Vinny Student, and when I wrote this down, I knew I was Reggie's gonna mention Donovan Billy. I knew you were going to. So, but Bruni Sourin, I thought we'd mention because, you know, isn't he Haitian, first of all? He is, right? It was a big deal, I remember, in elementary school. Like, it was a big deal in 1996. He won the gold medal. He's a runner. Donovan Bailey, he's also a runner.
He's also a runner, Jamaican descent.
Yeah.
Pretty much Donovan Bailey, same as Bruni Sourin. They were both gold Olympians in the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. Donovan Bailey was the 100 meters. And the reason why I kind of related to Donovan Bailey was because, you know, he grew up here. He went to OFSA. All the little things as a sports kid fanatic, you're like, damn, he did the same route that we did. And for me, pretty much was just dope just to be able to see that. And as well as that, just track and field in Canada has always been successful. And that's something that I don't think mention a lot. I do know that Jamaica's been winning because of Usain Bolt for the past, couple of years.
Yeah.
But we do have a great track record, even before, Donovan Bailey and Bruni Sourin. You see what I'm saying? Ben Johnson, unfortunately, with the whole steroid situation, he was still a great Canadian Olympian until that, happened. And Donovan Bailey did a lot for the community as well, just helping out kids, getting into school. And not only that, but just if they like track, supporting them by making track more affordable. Because you know how track, they have different track meets and all that stuff. So for me, that's I would say a great Black Canadian that I look up to.
Shout out to them. I can't even run for 10 minutes. So, there's Rosemary Brown, also Jamaican descent, but she worked in politics for the BC Assembly. So it's like provincial BC, like the provincial parliament in BC. And she was a candidate for federal in the 1970s. There's William Hall. I'm mentioning him because I don't think anyone ever talks of him. I've never heard of him. But he was born of slaves in Nova Scotia, so he was from, I guess, the wave that came through Nova Scotia. He was in the Navy, and he won the Bravery Medal, so it's called the Victoria Cross. It's the highest honor in the UK, and it's by the Queen. He got that, yeah. There's also Mitzi Hunter. Do you guys know who Mitzi Hunter is?
She's a MP.
She's a provincial member of parliament. She was the minister for education, but for education like daycares, elementary school, and high school. And she was recently promoted, but they give her a different agenda. So it's Minister of Education, but higher education, so for colleges and university. So she's going to be the minister for colleges and universities in Ontario. She's a big deal. She's really good. She's very, very successful. She was in Ottawa over the summer, I think, when did the Melbourne school open? Wasn't it this school year?
No, 2 years ago.
Yeah, last
Already
year,
2 years ago?
A year and a half ago, yeah.
Well, she came for the opening of that.
Okay.
Yeah, she came and opened the school and all that. Yeah, and then Mika Jean, of course, right?
Yeah,
Big deal for our community, She represented well. She was really good. She was really good as the Governor General for Canada. Yolande James, you guys know, Yolande James.
No.
She's LDE, that's Canada.
Oh, her.
Yeah, she's on Club de X. Yeah, so she's super into politics too. She's a reporter. She does that. Sabine Daniel in Ottawa. You don't know who Sabine Daniel is? She knows who you are. I'm pretty sure she knows who you are.
Who's she?
She has her show Suivez-moi that airs on Rogers. She basically interviews, not just Ottawa people, but people who are in entertainment. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Sabine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sabine.
No, she's doing it really well for the Ottawa community. She's out there, putting herself out there. And there's also Lawrence Hill, who's an author, who did the book for Book of Negro, Blood.
Didn't you make a show? Didn't you make a show?
There was, I think it was a 12 episode CBC. I read the book and I watched the show. And lastly, OC Transpo. We're gonna do this real quick. OC Transpo, I think is gonna pass because everyone pretty much signed off on it. But they want to be able to make it easier for people with small pets who can't afford Uber or Lyft that's going to be coming to Ottawa to make it to the vet. And I have to say, once I was waiting at Blair Station and this girl tried to get on the bus with her cat in I think it's called a crate or whatever, and she got rejected. And I actually felt bad for her because I was like, how is she? Yeah. I actually felt bad. It's going to be in a crate. They're going to allow you on the bus with a crate, but I'm still thinking, what if your dog or your cat or whatever pet it is, what if the allergens are really bad? Like, what if I react really badly to I don't know, I'm just afraid of the allergic reaction. That's my only issue.
And
if they can guarantee that, like, that crate, like, won't, disperse.
I agree. I don't understand how they can. I mean, like, I get it, right? Like, I understand, we want to make it more accessible for people that have pets. However, some people have allergies. And
so I'm thinking, like, are they going to make, like, a section, with our new train? Are they going to make a section, like, for them? Like, I don't know. Like, it's really just the allergy part. And when they announced it on Twitter, the backlash they got that day. I was reading. I turned the notifications on for that tweet. They got a lot of backlash. But it seems like it's going to pass. So.
I would love to get somebody from the city of Ottawa to just come here and explain to me.
I know.
How y'all made this decision happen. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know what the process is. I know what the process is for federal, when you want to pass something for federal, But I would like to know how it works for, like, because I know it's gonna, Ottawa, the legal department signed off on it. Now it's gonna go in front of the committee for transportation. But then, what if the committee decides yes, we agree?
Mm-hmm.
Is it an official thing, or does it have to go elsewhere? Like, I thought about that. I kind of want to have someone come here and explain to us.
Legit.
So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back with our interview for the day. Dreamers Boulevard. They came all the way from Montreal.
Yes, sir.
And we're back with our guests for today, Dreamers Boulevard. We're super excited you guys made the drive to Ottawa for this. It's super cool.
Thanks for having us.
But before we get into the interview, I just want to address someone. So I mentioned in the flashback segment that my boyfriend had taken me to Montreal. It was a surprise, first of all. I did not know I was going. He was super prepared, and he knew I wanted to see 50 Shades Freed. And Greg Goldie, your question is, what type of man, first of all, it's not men, it's man, goes and watches 50 Shades of Grey with his woman, laugh aloud pipe, game week, whatever that means. A real man will take his girl and watch 50 Shades.
Yeah, he commented all that?
Yes, he commented all of that. A real man will take his girlfriend and watch 50 Shades, and he's gonna sit there for the 2 hours and suffer whatever they suffer when they're watching.
2 hours?
It was 2 hours. 2 hours of suffering. So there you go. That's my answer to you. So clearly you're not a real man. Anyway, on to better things. So, for our interview, please introduce yourself and tell everyone watching and who will be listening, because this goes live at 7 p.m. For the podcast audio part. Explain to them who you are and what you do.
Well, we're Dreamers Boulevard from Montreal, creative agency, online magazine. Myself, I'm Ryan. This is my cousin Mikey. I would say the creative genius behind Dreamers Boulevard. What we do, basically, our main focus is our online magazine. We collaborate with different artists. We focus on socially conscious events and projects. We like to work with people who inspire us, and that's our motto: ignite inspiration. So, in short, that's who we are.
And you?
Yeah, so I'm Mike. Like Ryan said, I'm a little bit more of on the creative side. Ryan takes care of more of the logistical and planning and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Dream team with others.
Yeah.
It's more than just two of us.
Yeah.
There's a big team behind.
Yeah, there's more of a team here. Good Carl here.
Carl, Jen, one of our models that pops in all the time.
I got a question for y'all. In terms of just creative agency, right? Explain to me, like, what's a creative agency?
So for us, it was, obviously we have the magazine to sort of showcase people and different ideas, and like we want to work with them to create some different types of things, no matter if it's like creative or if it's an event or something like that. So like for an example, we worked with our friends' organization called Hope Happens Here, and they talk about mental health within athletes, and so we designed the logo with them. So we like to work with people that are actually making a difference. So it's like socially conscious people, working with them and creating something for them, whether it's an event or, like I said, like a logo or any type of design.
Even on our home front, like we have our magazine and all that, but we have our clothing line. When we make our clothes, everything, the environment's involved. Like we're focused on environmentally conscious clothing. Everything's made in Canada. It's part of our core values.
Okay. Okay. And so if you could describe the Dreamers Boulevard online magazine in 4 words, what would they be and why?
I would say, like I said before, socially conscious, inspiration, and reflective. And so obviously the first 3 we kind of like touched on already. Inspiration, with the socially conscious issues, we want to inspire people to do those types of projects and things like that. And the reflective part is sort of being true to ourselves and picking projects and events and different things like that like really speak to us and like staying true to what we believe in. So
question for y'all is pretty much just, I see ambition is very apparent and I appreciate it. I like that a lot. How did that, how did the idea come about? How did y'all say, this is what we want to do and this is how we're going to go about it? Tell me a bit more about that.
it's kind of we're still trying to figure that out. For me, I've always described it as like it's always been like different experiments basically. So like just thinking about like Dreamers Boulevard as a whole, like we started off like basically like me and my friend just started like posting like pictures on Instagram that we thought were cool, It was like a kind of like a Tumblr-esque like thing, And then it became like music mixes, and then it became like events, and then we're just like, okay, we really want to take this and like make a difference, you know what I mean? Like we're like in the map of the whole world of like human beings. There's like millions upon millions of people, so like no one's really gonna be remembered, you know what I mean? So like why not like try and make a difference in like whatever projects we want to do. So it's like it's evolved from something and like kind of matured over time, and I still think it's like got a lot of time to mature and still like trying to figure that out.
Always progressing, always evolving.
Every month trying to improve on something different. So
Yeah.
And in terms of just creatives, right? How do you find creatives to collaborate with?
At the start, we were working with our friends, like people that we know, people that were like, we like your stuff, like you guys are dope, you know what we do, and we would team up with that. And we started with the magazine, people collaborating, people writing different issues, and now we've got people that are reaching out to us, whether it be through social media or networking events, like events that we throw. We're meeting people everywhere, and for us, we're never going to say no to people. We love to have the conversation. We love to chat, see what the possibilities are. Dreamers Boulevard for us has always been whatever we're passionate about. So we're always ready and open to collaborate with anybody.
Kind of similar to us, huh? Before we were just working with people we knew, and now people are reaching out to us. It's really cool.
Like us.
Yeah.
It's not you guys.
So issue 4 was recent. It was 4 that was recently released. I suck at reading Roman numbers. Was recently released on the website, and so tell us more about this issue.
So basically the last 4 issues have sort of been like kind of like our warm up to like what we've been doing, and sort of it's just been like I said, like an experiment for every single one, and like we've just been like gathering different articles, content, videos from like different people, and sort of putting it together into like this cool magazine, I guess you can say. And now for the next issue and then future issues, we're really trying to put a theme around it, and like that's the way we're kind of doing it now. So like we have a direction that we want, we have the people that we want to work with, and we have an easier time finding exactly what we want for each issue depending on what theme we're going for. So like we said, trying to improve on the last one, and really looking forward to number 5.
Okay.
My question for y'all is, y'all are from Montreal, and the talent pool in Montreal is just enormous.
Massive, yeah.
So how do y'all break down talent in Montreal, right? Like, of course, y'all start with the people y'all know.
Yeah.
But when it goes, like, for example, when y'all are getting known, people start to know about y'all, how do y'all look at this talent pool and say, hey, we're going to pick a bit from this part or from that part? What's the creative process around it?
It's actually kind of different just because, we do have a huge pool in Montreal. The thing is, I've actually like lived in the U.S. for the past 7 years, going to school. So actually, a lot of people. So I would say it's half and a half. So a lot of people from the States, in the New England area, so New York, Boston, and stuff like that.
Are you a Patriots fan?
I'm not. I'm a Raiders fan.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That hard. Like he takes.
Yeah, I have to live with a lot of Patriots fans.
Oh
so
my God.
Trust me. You can't even complain though. You've been winning forever.
Yeah,
So,
5 and
Take a loss.
11 years. Come on.
I just don't understand how you didn't get assimilated to the Patriots.
No, I couldn't. I was a Habs fan, so I couldn't be a Bruins fan. I wasn't going to become a Patriots fan.
I respect that.
Yeah.
True to your roots.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a big pool out there of people that I met through school and different things like that. And then obviously in Montreal being here, there's like a lot of people to choose from, but a lot of it's honestly online. Like even though it's people from Montreal, they always like, they might see your stuff somewhere else, so like reach out to you online because it's just the easiest way to communicate, you know? Like some people might look for your email on your website, but it's like just easier to send a DM, you know? So
Yeah.
And when it comes to the selection process, it's really like we're looking for people who inspire us because that's our goal, is to inspire others.
And if they reach out to us and they obviously know our vibe, so we usually can gauge that, and it's usually like something that we like.
Okay. I remember the first time when you first reached out to us, my sister was like, oh my god, check out these people, you know, went on the website, and there's one story, and I repeat the story to anyone I talk to about you guys. It's about, I can't remember which issue, but it's about this individual who is in fitness, opened a gym, you know, and I think he has a gym in LA, and like his first client, or he had a client that was like a model that came in, and then she brought her friends, and he became like it became like a huge, and I was like, anything is possible at this point in life. Anything is possible.
No, it's true. That's like one of my friends I went to school with, Reese, actually, and he didn't open up the gym, but he's like one of the founding members of like this gym that these two brothers opened up. And so basically they just had this model come in, like literally like all the Victoria's Secret models work out there, and like his Snapchats are always like these different models. He goes to like he works out like what's the guy from the Wolverine? What's his name? Hugh Jackman.
No.
Yeah, he worked out Hugh Jackman, and like what's the premiere of the movie? Like it's like he's living the life right now. Like he's getting flown out to like Japan to like work out these people. Like he went to China for the Victoria's Secret model show. Like yeah, he's living the dream. Yeah, it's sick.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
I repeat that story to everyone when I talk about you guys. I'm like, guys, you need to check this out. They're legit.
Reese is a great guy.
Yeah, it was a great story.
Yeah, thanks.
And so what would you say of all the stories or what is on the website? What would be your favorite one? If you have to pick.
We don't. I'm going to speak for both of us. I'm going to say we don't have a favorite story. We can't pick and choose just one. We work with a lot of talented individuals. We've got, shout out to B, Gabby, two writers that are with us every month. Ian, putting playlists out there, playing mixes that he puts together for us. We have Luke in LA.
Yep.
He puts our videos together, does the editing. We're a big team. We've got a lot of good people on board. And favorite article, don't have one. Favorite issue, number 5. Next one.
Yeah.
Next one. On to the next one always. Yeah.
Okay.
Better every time.
Good.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And what are future goals for Dreamers Boulevard?
Lots.
Lots of stuff going on. We have obviously the next issue coming out, and then we have an event in April. We're trying to do a charity event during the summer for like our annual event party that we're trying to do, maybe an outdoor music festival type thing, but it's still in the works right now. So location. Try to find a location and get more details out after that. But
that would be our follow up to last year's big launch. We've been around for a couple of years now, but we had our inaugural launch. We had our first party last June, and we're going to be doing annual events based on that. So that's the big one coming up.
I like that.
That's good. I find us two, we're trying to do something like that, and I just think it's cool to bring together people who've supported you, people you work with, and it's even a way of introducing yourself to other people, in your community, or someone who may be following you from a different city. I think that's it's a cool concept.
And just as well as that, just for me, it's just supporting each other, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of communities, they hesitate to support it, and I think us too, you guys as well, the support system is major, and I see you guys doing great stuff. Keep doing what y'all doing.
I appreciate it. You too.
So Ottawa, if you haven't checked them out, check them out. So where can they find you on social media? So
social media, Instagram, it's at DreamersBLVD, and then our website is www.dreamersblvd.com. Same thing for Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. I'm sure you can find something.
Check them out. Seriously, I'm telling you, good stuff.
Any shout outs?
The people we shout out before that help us out a lot: B, Gabby, Luke, Ian, the regulars. Carlos over here. He's our pit bull. Gets the job done.
Thanks to everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's funny.
Seriously.
I think we talked to Carl. Right? It was Carl.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought you were black. I was
No, we had the discussion. French. We're just like, it sounds like Haitian.
What's
like
his last name?
Haitian.
Rosenthal.
Yeah, that's like
I thought you were Haitian.
But in French, it's poisson-tage. And I'm like, man, that sounds like some next level, like Haitian. Like,
Then he told me that he's wet on no way.
yes.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming down to Ottawa. We're super stoked that you came and you want to do the interview with us. And we're going to, so this is the end of the podcast for today. There won't be one next week because we're going to Vancouver. So I'm super excited. Well, Reggie's not coming. He just, yeah. He had something else planned. He had, in his defense, he had something else planned and that flopped. And now it's like super last minute for him. But we're going. So
I will be avoiding Snapchats, Instagrams, Facebook posts, Twitter.
but we will be back the following week. So that's March 10. March 10 we'll be back with a live and the audio for you guys.
Easy.